On people, how y'all doing? What's going on? What's going on? It's all good. Oh, I got a little something on my little screen there. What is that? All right, we're good there. How you guys doing? What's going on? I I feel you. What's going on? What's going on? All right, here we go. Get all this great information we have tonight. What's going on, my brother? The one and only King. The King's in the building. That's right. You are definitely. But we gotta get started, man, because it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, I appreciate you being on. Number one, baby. Here we go, setting it off the right way. But we gotta start it early, man. Right? We gotta start it off right away so that even before everybody else gets in. So when I post this on YouTube, it's not like 23. What's going on? What's going on, Kevin? I see you, Kevin, in the building. So when I post it on YouTube, it's not like I'm just sitting there waiting for everybody to get on, right? Like there's nothing to do because the people on YouTube aren't going to care when they see this, right? So I have to act like I have to start off like everybody's there from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying, Mark? 23, what's going on, man? How is school going, my brother? How is school going? What's up, Chief 777? I see you. You already know what it is. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, man. We have so much to cover tonight, man. So much, so much, so much. Man, you already know, man. I appreciate it, man. Mark, you know what I mean? It's always good to hear from you, my brother. All the music coming out and everything, it's all good. I appreciate it. That's good, man. I'm glad school's going good for you, man. You know what I mean? I'm glad school's going good for you, man. It's always good, man. No matter what year you're in or what you're doing, man, you'll never get those years back, The most beautiful jewel I've ever seen has joined us. Oh my Lord, here we go. The most beautiful jewel, the most beautiful gem that has ever been created has joined us, for sure. That's the most important thing, my brother 23, man. Keep those studies up, you know what I'm saying? Keep that school going good, man, and everything else will fall into place, my brother. That's how it is. Very, very good, for sure, for sure, for sure. So let's get started. So here we go. Diversity Outspoken. It's called Diversity Outspoken. This is the show Diversity Outspoken because we speak about a diverse range of issues. We'll talk about anything and everything, and we are outspoken, which means we're straightforward about it. We Chin, what's going on, Chin? Adam Mowers, the one and only. We do this every Wednesday, every Sunday, 9 o'clock p.m. That is United States Eastern Time Zone. 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone. Every Sunday, every Wednesday, or every Wednesday, every Sunday, however order you want to say it, right? Called Diversity Outspoken. I am Old Dog Anti-Imperial. Anti-Imperial. The Chill. And that's 3 names. Old Dog Anti. Yes, indeed. Good morning from there. Good morning from there for sure. If you are in China right now, it is like 9 something in the morning. You're on your way to work. It is Thursday morning, 9 something in the morning. You are on your way to work. What's going on, Braga? Vivian. It's all good for everybody else around the world, no matter what time it is, man. We're happy that you can join us. If you are able to join us, we appreciate it. Get in touch with me. 3 names. Old Dog Anti-Imperial to Chill. Old Dog is like the sexual guy, sexually explicit guy. He's kind of like the little thuggish kind of guy, whatever. Malaysia, I've never been there. I lived in Beijing, China, though, for like many, many years. Look at that. Malaysia, how you doing, Chen? What's going on, sister? It is all good. So, Old Dog Anti-Imperial to Chill. Anti-Imperial. It's like the center of everything I am. Anti-imperial is the individual that is the historian. Anti-imperial is the individual that is all about history and politics, social issues, religion, psychology, sociology, and everything like that. So For sure, man. Adam, I appreciate it, man. It's always good to see you, my brother. You already know what it is. Today, I'm going to get to that 23 in a second. We're going to talk about what we're talking about today. It's continuation. This is going to be a part 2. But here we go. What's going on, Gabriel? I see you. Gabriel, what's up, what's up, what's up? And the chill is the last name, Old Dog, Anti-Imperial. The chill is the romantic. He's the hopeless romantic, the one that falls in love. Romantic walks on the beach and things like that. And that's who I am, Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, the chill. Right now, we have a song out. If you go to my Instagram bio page, you can click on the link there and you will see May I, Can I. May I, Can I is a song that's out right now. It's kind of like a love poem I wrote to a girl. It's kind of like a love poem, a love letter. That's how I kind of wrote it. It's like, may I do these things for you? Can I do these things for you? That's the whole concept of the song. It's called May I, Can I. And like I say all the time, you guys, my stuff I write it from a viewpoint. What's going on, Scott? I write it from a viewpoint of a man to a woman, but my music is for everybody. It can be displayed however you want it, no matter how what type of relationship you are in. It could be from man to man, woman to woman. It could be from a man to a transsexual, woman to a transsexual, man to woman, woman to man. However you want to say it, that's how my music is. I make it for everybody. I appreciate that 23 says it was pretty good. I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you very much. MJ, what's going on? True 5078 is also in the building. How both of you guys doing? It's good to see both of you all. So today we're going to continue. This is part 2. I apologize for last time. It was a short Diversity Outspoken for anybody who came on and missed it. I was like, where's Old Dog Anti-Imperial to chill? What is going on? Well, you guys, last time I was out at dinner started later than I wanted it to start. And it was actually really good, man. Really, really good. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, 23. You said the song was actually really good. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very, very much. May I, can I, you guys? May I, can I? Last time I was out at dinner, and the dinner started later than I wanted it to start, and therefore it ran into my Diversity Outspoken time frame, and so I just came on for about 9 minutes. I think I was with another individual, Divine Goddess 5 underscores. So I was with her. We were out at dinner, and that's why. Thank you very much, Chin. Chin says I have great music. I appreciate it, you guys. My music is some of the music people are going to like, some of the music people aren't going to like. You guys, I've had a 12-year career, very, very, very successful throughout the Middle East primarily, and even in parts of Asia like China. And I have those three different personalities: Old Dog, Anti-Imperial, the chill. Some people are Old Dog lover. They hate Anti-Imperial. They hate the chill. Some people love Anti-Imperial. They hate the chill. They hate Old Dog. And some people love the chill and they hate Old Dog and hate Anti-Imperial. So hey, it's just the way that it goes, you know. It's all about doing different things, you guys. That's all it's all about. But I appreciate it. What's going on, Jose Morales, 9819? I see you. So that's why last time I was out at dinner, and that's why we didn't have a full episode of Diversity Outspoken. To get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me through YouTube, Anti-Imperial with a space in between. On Instagram, it's Anti_Imperial. On Instagram, there's a little underscore here, underscore on Instagram, and you can do that. Subscribe to my YouTube. You want to subscribe to my YouTube? The easiest way to subscribe to my YouTube is to go to Instagram. If you have me on Instagram, go to my bio page. You know, we all have that Instagram bio page, and in our bio page, there is a link in everybody's bio page if you decide to use that link there. And for that link in the bio page, just click that link and it will take you to my latest video. As that video comes up and starts to play, hit the subscribe button, and that's an easy way to subscribe. So what are we doing? What are we talking about, you guys? What are we talking about? So we are on part 2, and this is part 2 of stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety. So really very quickly, and who came on first ever? I see you, Superstar 617. Special place in my heart. How you doing, sister? And Stephen Dink. Yo, Stephen Dink. So stress and anxiety, we were talking about living with stress and anxiety, ways to handle stress and anxiety, ways to get around and get over stress and anxiety. We start off with exercise, and Chin had a very good engagement, and 23 had very good engagement when we spoke about exercise, because there was Ashley Elizabeth, and I believe she was talking about exercise, and she was even talking about how her sister over-exercised, and we were like, oh, Ashley Elizabeth, slow down a little bit. Make sure that your system doesn't over-exercise. Over-exercising and exhausting yourself is not what we coach here, not what we preach here. Make sure you guys exercise, but do it to where you listen to your body. Do it to where your body doesn't go overboard. So we spoke about exercise. We spoke about sleep. Different things like that. We spoke about yoga, meditation. Remember, Warrior was on here with us, and he was talking about meditation. We went over supplements. We started going over supplements. I talked about lemon balm, how that helps calm your stress and anxiety. Omega 3 fatty acids. I spoke about those also. That helps calm your stress and anxiety. Green tea. I spoke about green tea, you guys. Kava or kava, however you pronounce it, right? Depending on where you live. But that also is a supplement. It also starts too. It's in the South Pacific, so everybody's in Asia. They know a lot about that, and it also will help lower your stress and your anxiety. Lighting a candle. We went through lighting a candle. You can light a candle as you meditate. You can light a candle just like when you get home from work and things like that. Get home from school, light a candle. Let that aroma just go through your household. And I spoke about different fragrances that are fragrances that will help bring down, will help relieve your stress and your anxiety. Right? Lavender, rose, frankincense, sandalwood. We spoke about. Orange blossom, all of those will help definitely lower your stress and anxiety levels, right? Aromatherapy, that's kind of like what that is, right? I spoke about reducing your caffeine intake. For those of you guys who like to drink a lot of coffee, it's okay, it wakes you up. Don't overdo it, you guys. Do not overdo it, because that will also lead into your day being worse than it possibly can. So think about that, right? You wake up, you drink coffee to wake you up, but then if you drink too much coffee, right? Add sage. Yes, sage is very good. Very, very good, my brother. But sage I was going to talk about later when I spoke about my Native American side. You got it? You know what I'm saying, Mark Antoine, my brother? When I spoke about my Native, I think that was part 3. When I spoke about my Native American side, I was going to bring in the sage, my brother. But I'm glad you hit on it already. I appreciate that. Great minds think alike. Yours is much greater than mine, though, but it's all good. I'm trying to keep up with you, my brother. I'm trying to keep up with you. It's all good. But definitely. 23 says you can drink some water to wake you up. If you don't, if you want another different thing besides coffee, use water to wake you up. But some people, they need coffee, I guess. A lot of people say, man, I need my coffee in the morning, right? Okay. Definitely, Mark Antoine says, man, he burns that sage for clarity, right? That and lavender, you guys. Very, very good advice. Sage and lavender, right? You can burn sage. You can burn a lavender candle, right? Sage and lavender. Or you have lavender, the actual lavender, right? What everybody does, you guys. So these are very, very good. Very good, right? 23 says, like everybody, definitely, you should be drinking your water, right? I see you, Maria. Who's that? Maria Jose 57. How you doing? What's going on? And Chin says, coffee benefit. It will. If you take it in the right amount, coffee will definitely benefit you if you take it in the right amount. Very, very true, Chin. Don't overdo it, right? Don't overdo it with the coffee. If you have to. Me personally, I've never drank coffee. I have nothing against coffee, but I'm a weirdo, right? I'm the type of person, not the type of person, but you're talking to somebody who, I think I spoke to you guys before about it. I've never tasted alcohol in my entire life. I have nothing against it. I just have never tasted it in my entire life. Not a drop, right? Beer, wine cooler, champagne, whatever it is. But I've also never tasted coffee in my entire life, right? I've never tasted coffee in my life. So I'm just a weirdo like that, Oh, dog, weird. Oh, right. So, but anyway, I'm a weirdo like that. But it's all good. But definitely, those who take their coffee as part of their morning agenda, make sure that you don't overdo it. Mark Antoine says, squeeze a lemon into some warm water. Squeeze a lemon, you guys, into the water in the morning. Natural energy boost. Add cinnamon to drinks for energy as well. Definitely, look at that. We appreciate that, Mark and Antoine. Squeeze that lemon, you guys. Squeeze that lemon in that water and add cinnamon, you guys, to your drinks for a natural energy boost. Okay? Stephen Dink brings some religion in for us. We appreciate this, Stephen Dink. And he says, Psalm 37, verse 8, it says, cease from anger and forsake wrath, right? Do not fret. It only causes harm. Don't let it get to you. Stay calm, people. Do not fret, okay? Thank you very much, Stephen. We appreciate that. Do not fret, okay? It only causes harm. Don't let it get to you, you guys. Don't let it get to you. Hard Grown Records, I see you. I see you. What's going on? It's all good. It's all good. Stephen thinks I'm not missing a thing by drinking. I appreciate it, Stephen. You know, I've been a nerd my whole life. I'm a dork. I grew up a nerd and a dork. All I did was just study. So you know, I'm not the party person like that. So it is what it is, right? I just am who I am. So you know, if I'm not cool enough, hey, I'm just not cool enough. What? By this point, I'm 36 years old, right? By this point, what else am I gonna do, right? So that is what it is. 23 says, I swear drinking alcohol and smoking are so disgusting. Hey, 23, I'm there with you. But hey, if there are people on here who do drink, who do smoke, you're welcome to stay here. We're not downing you in any way. We're not, you know, we're not preaching to you in any way. So whatever you guys do, just make sure that if it is unhealthy for you, make sure that you guys try not to overdo it and try to go for a healthier amount. If that's possible. Chin says, hey, nobody's weird. Everyone's beautiful and handsome in their own way. Chin, I appreciate that. You know, I need my I need my confidence boosted up. You know, Chin boosts my confidence. I appreciate Chin. She's always boosting my confidence for me. Thank you very, very much. What's going on? Hard Grown Records. I see you. What's good? Stephen says, not religion, everyday common sense life to help you grow and live long. Thank you very much, Stephen. Very, very true. That it was common sense and it will help you grow and live long. Don't fret, right? Don't fret. Don't let it get to you. That's what Stephen was telling us. Ping 46. I see you, Ping. What's going on? Native Americans have always had this wisdom, and that's why they always had visions. And so we'll get into this one day, but so I am half African American. I'm half Native American. My dad is black. My dad is 100% black, African American. My mom is 100% Native American. She lives on the reservation at this point in South Dakota. She is a Sioux. She is Lakota, right? A Blackfoot Sioux. That is my mom, and my dad is African American, and then that's who I am. And you put that together, and you get me. So Stephen Dink, I definitely understand what you're saying about us Native Americans, and you know the country and the nation that we come from, right? So 23 says, whoa, religion should be every day. Hey, 23, I don't disagree with you, right? But we're here for everybody. And if you believe, you guys, that religion should be something every day you should push, definitely push that. If religion makes you the best person you can possibly be, definitely be religious. If being a Christian makes you the best person you could possibly be that. If being a Muslim makes you the best person you could possibly be that. If being understanding Judaism makes you the best person you feel like you could possibly be that. If Hinduism or Buddhism make you the best person you could possibly be that. Look, as long as you guys, as long as you don't bring harm to anybody else, whatever you do to make you the best, nicest, most polite, caring, loving person, I'm all for it. And you're welcome here, you guys. I don't discriminate against anybody, okay? And so Palmer says, no, I don't have a problem with people that do. I just feel bad, and it's not for me, for the drinking and the smoking. I agree with you. 23. It just might not be for everybody. Did you guys know drinking a small cup of red wine every day can prevent us from a heart attack? I did hear that, Chin. I just have never done it, right? I've heard about that. I definitely heard that drinking a small amount of red wine is actually a little bit healthy for you. I've heard that. But hey, I guess that's just one of those healthy health benefits I probably will never try, right? To each his own, you know. And Stephen Dink says, my family also, my grandmother on my mother's side, Blackfoot. Hey, what's going on, family? How you doing? Blackfoot. Grandparents on my father's side, Cherokee, back on the red. Look at that. Blackfoots represent. But we know we got love for Cherokees and every other nation out there that were native to North and South America. Definitely. For sure. Johnson Antiques, what's going on? I already see you. It's all good. Chin says yes to 23, and she drinks it twice a week. There you go, Chin. Chin is going to outlive all of us when it comes to heart attack protection. And Chin, you are a wonderful person. So I hope you outlive me, because you know you'll bring so much happiness to the world, Chin. Every time you're on here, you make me a happier person. So hey, there you go, right? Reducing caffeine intake, you guys. That's where we left off. So, besides reducing your caffeine intake, okay, Stephen Dink says, God did not come in the form of a religion, but to teach you a way of life. I come to you to give you life and to give you more abundantly, and to give you more abundantly. And I appreciate that, Stephen Dink, man. You know, however, like I said, man, whatever you guys believe, however you believe, you know, whatever you feel in your heart that makes you the best person you could possibly be, I'm all for it. As long as what you're feeling, as long as what you believe in, it makes you a better person, as long as it makes you kind and caring and loving of others, then hey, man, I'm here for you guys, you know, definitely, I'm here for you guys. Chin. She called me Chill. That's what when we spoke, I was like, hey, you call me Chill. She was like, I'll call you Chill. I was like, hey, that's what's up, Chin. I appreciate that. I love Chin. So here we go. Another thing you guys can do, write it down. I believe when we did part one, when we leave in part one, we spoke about writing it down, and definitely Stephen Dink says Native Americans knew about the spiritual world. Definitely did. My mom is very spiritual. And so you can write it down, you guys, when you're stressed out, when you feel anxious about things. A lot of times, if you write down your thoughts, if you write them down, your problems that you're feeling, like, man, you have a lot of things in your mind, a lot of things you have to do. Write it down and write down those things. I spoke about this before a while ago. List those things down, you guys, and then number them after you write a list. Man, I got to do this. 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 After you write down everything that you have to do, write a number. The most important thing, write a number 1. Circle it, right? The next most important thing, write a number 2. Okay? Next most important thing, write a number 3. And then after you've numbered everything in order of importance, right? Either number them in order of importance, or number them as far as what you can achieve quickest. Because there's two ways of thinking about this, right? You can either say, okay, I'm going to list down all of my problems, all of the things that I have to accomplish, right? And then you're going to number them in order of importance. Like, well, this is the most important thing, so I'm going to get it out of the way, da 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 da. Or you can write down all the things you have to do and say, you know what? I don't like this list looking so long, right? I don't like this list being this big. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to knock out the easiest things first. Boom, 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 boom. And now your list is this long. And even though these things that are left may be the hardest things, right? They may be the hardest things that you guys have. At least when you look at the list, it's so much shorter. So you feel like, hey, I've accomplished a lot. So mentally and psychologically, it actually will give you a boost. It will make you feel better if you actually attack smaller things, but if you can get them out of the way. How you doing, Claudia? What's going on? 0406. If you have a big list, if you can attack smaller things and get them out of the way, then your list will shrink, and it will make you feel like, hey, I accomplished a lot today. Does that make sense? So there's two ways of thinking about that, right? So make your list that will also say, that will also, reduce your stress, reduce your anxiety. Make your list of things you have to do, and either put them in order of importance or put them in order of what you're going to accomplish first. What is super easy to accomplish is you can just knock out, just so you can make your list small, and then when you get it really small, you just concentrate on those really, really important things. However you do it, both are correct ways of doing things. Stephen Dink says, do as he says, set down, get to yourself. Yes. Settle down, right? You meditate, right? Peace and quiet every day, right? Relieve your stress, right? It helps the body to meditate, relax. Definitely, Stephen, man. We appreciate that. It says, spiritually also, laughter, right? Spiritually also says laughter. Makes the marrow of your bones, your bone marrow, right, activate and heal your body. Always be happy, always laugh, you guys. Now me, I just smile and laugh. Like, I've always been this way. Everybody who's known me since I was young, like Superstar 617, she'll tell you, I've always smiled, I've always laughed and stuff like that. I've always been smiling and laughing. So I do it without even trying. So hey, it's always helped me. I've always been a happy person. I don't know if it's all good, Chin. It doesn't matter, sister. We good. You good, sister. We're all good with you. But you know, I've always been happy. I never have bad days or sad days or really anything like that. Probably since I was probably like 10 years old or something like that. I don't know, 9, 10 years old. Even when I go through bad times, man, I don't know. I just get through it. Just seems like you know, I don't know, if I go through bad times, it just doesn't really bother me. I always think, man, like whenever something hits me that, you know, people would consider stressful or bad, I think about, the first thing I do is I say, okay, well, what's the first step to alleviate this situation? And I immediately just start doing the first step. I don't worry about anything else. I don't worry about the whole of the situation. I don't worry about how big the situation is. I say, okay, what is the first step? Do I have to make a phone call? Do I have to do something else? Right? What is the first step? Superstar 617 says, yes, he has. He's always so happy. I love his energy. And I love your energy, sister. And you're the one that gives me this energy. So what's up with that? But it's all good, man. But yeah, man, whenever I get stressful and whenever I get anxious, you guys, all I do, Warrior, how you doing, sister? I was missing you. Whenever I get stressful, whenever I get stressful or anxiety, not angry, I'll never get angry, but whenever I get stressful or feel anxious, anxiety, the first thing, I don't even feel it, you guys. Like, I'm always just calm. Like, if something happens, I'm like, okay, so what's the first thing to do? Do I have to make a phone call to somebody? Do I have to? And I don't be like, man, I'll do that tomorrow. If I can do it right away, take care of it right away. Take care of it right away, you know what I'm saying? And just start to knock it off, man. And that's just how it is, you know? Reborn yourself, you need to be in bad situations. Yeah, sometimes you do need to be in bad situations. I was in a terrible situation recently when I went through my divorce, and you know, it was terrible. It was a lot involved in that, and man, I wasn't the one that was in the wrong, right? I was the one that was nice, and I was polite the entire time, and throughout the whole, you know, friendship and relationship and everything like that, and it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But even through that, man, in my worst of times, man, you know what I'm saying, with my ex-wife and everything that she did to me. And you guys want to see the story about that, you guys, on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube, just go hit my channel. I have a IG live episode, and it's called Divorce, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And I talk about everything on there. Divorce, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And I go through my whole story. I'm on there with another individual. His name is Kwaku. And we go through everything I went through in my life and everything I went through in his divorce or whatever. His is first. So if you want to go through, like if you skip halfway through, you'll get to mine. You'll start to see mine. When you see me talk a lot, because he says his part first. So if you want to get to mine, if you go to my YouTube channel, Divorce, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. If you go halfway through, you'll see me starting to talk a lot, and that's when you know I'm starting to tell my side of the story, or to tell what happened with me. Right? It says, tell me about it. My anxiety has been high, Warrior. We're gonna get that anxiety down tonight, sister. You already know. Stephen says, reaping and sowing another spirit shows the saying, if you reap goodness, kindness, laughter, joy, it will come back. It will come back to you, and sadness and depression and anger will also produce the same. Exactly. We do not want sadness and depression and anger. We want to continue to be happy and joyous and just be happy throughout life. Superstar says, bad situations make you appreciate the good ones even more. And I appreciate you, sister, definitely, for sure, 100%. It is all good. What's going on, Maya? How you doing, sister? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. It's been a while, you know. Tell Britt I said what's up when you see her, man. You know, I hope you guys are doing really, really good. Chin says, it's okay, chill. Nobody's perfect anyway. It's all good, but I wasn't the one, you know, who was in the bad in that situation. Warrior also knows what happened to me, but you can go and look at that. Divorce, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is is on my YouTube channel. You click on my YouTube channel, you can find that video there. It's all good though, man. You know, I've always been try to be a nice person. I've always just been me, right? I've always been me. I've always been happy. I'm a nerd. I'm a dork, as I always tell you guys. But you know, sometimes, man, I guess that just wasn't enough. You try to give everybody you try to give somebody everything possible, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. You know, they'll never be happy You know, my ex-wife, man, she was just she was always a kind of like a mad person. She was never a happy person, ever, ever, ever. But it didn't really matter because, you know, we were good friends. We were like best friends. And it didn't matter because I'm such a happy person. I can get along with the worst personality. So it didn't matter that she wasn't a happy person. But, you know, that anger and just like, you know, bitterness that she has cooped up in her because of her past family issues and things like that, sometimes you just can't, you know, you can't correct. I think I spoke about last time also, chewing gum, you guys. Chewing gum, they say that chewing gum, it helps stimulate some of the nerves that run through your brain waves and your nervous system. And chewing gum, you guys, chewing gum will, you know, help stimulate that. So chewing gum, a lot of times when you're stressed out, when you feel anxious, sometimes you can chew gum. If you're a gum chewer, I'm not really a gum chewer, but if you're a gum chewer, pop some gum in your mouth, you know, and maybe that'll help settle you down a little bit, right? And Steven says he's always seen that, you know, opposites always attract. Hey, you know, we were total opposites because she was a glass half empty person. I've always been a glass half full person. So it is what it is. And it's funny because she used to actually get mad at me. Like I said, we were like best friends. And she used to actually get mad at me because I was so happy. She used to be like, why are you so fucking happy all the time? I used to be like, I don't know, sorry. So there you go. She used to hate that I was always so happy and always nice to people. She used to hate that. So it is what it is, okay? And Steven's giving us some great information. He says with the chewing of gum, he says it's a form of exercise with your jaw muscles inside the muscles inside your head, with your jaw bones and the muscles inside your head, right? So that's what that is. What's going on, 850 Sean? How you doing? It's all good. So chewing gum, you guys, definitely. And Chin says everybody has a yin and yang, right side. It's a matter of how you control yourself. I guess so, Chin. I gotta see. Like, I don't know, this is the only side I really have. Like, I don't know, like, even Superstar will tell you, I never get upset. What's going on, Toya? How you doing? Toya, Shanique, 42. 4 deuce. It's all good. But, yeah, I've always been like this. You know, if anything goes bad for me, I'm much more likely. I never get angry. I'll get sad first, right? It'll hurt my feelings, and I'll get sad first. If I ever go through anything that's really bad, but I'll never get angry at a person. Like, you know what? And this is the absolute truth. This is the honest to God absolute truth. You know what? In my entire life, I have never, ever cursed out a person. You know what I mean? Like, I've never like looked at a person and been like, F you. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you're a bitch, or I've never done that in my entire life. Like, in my lyrics and my music and stuff, I have curse words, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm just cursing to like fit the music and stuff like that or whatever. Or I might just curse, like I might be like, man, like, this book is fucking crazy, or, you know, something like that. Or, man, this comedy show is really fucking funny. Oh my God, it's so funny. Like that. But I have never in my life cursed at a person. Like, man, up you. Like, I've never done that. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you're this. Or like, you know, like, I've never done that. And my ex-wife used to always curse at me. She used to be like, why are you so fucking happy? Fuck you, you're a piece of shit. I'd be like, why am I a piece of shit? She'd be like, cause you're so fucking happy. I'd be like, what's the rush? She'd be like, that's not reality. I'd be like, oh, my bad. So and then I would laugh like that, and that make her even more upset. So I don't know what I was doing. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, man. So I think my other side from being like how I am now, which is like, this is how I've always been, is I guess maybe every like, you know, 5 or 6 years I'll get sad maybe real quick. But it doesn't last, man. I'm telling you, man, I've been through like bad times, and it just doesn't last. It maybe lasts for 5 minutes, 8 minutes maybe. And I just think about, you know, what do I do? What's my first move to alleviate this bad situation I've just been encountered with? You know what I'm saying? It's just like I go, it's weird. It's like I go right into like just like robot mode. I just go right into like robot mode. I just start fixing the situation. You know what I mean? Like, there's no time. I don't cry about it really. I don't, you know what I mean? I go right into like just fixing the situation. All right, let's just start. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, you guys, if you're sad about something, and I'm not saying crying is a bad thing or crying makes you weak. It's nothing like that. You know, you should show your emotion and things like that. Stephen Dink says misery loves company. Well, she sure loved that, Stephen Dink, because she sure wanted to make me miserable, but it just wasn't happening. I guess she couldn't take it anymore. She told me I was too happy that she couldn't take it anymore, and I was too nice to people. So she told me that she didn't like that. But yeah, man, I think that just what happens is that when things happen to you, nothing's wrong with crying or anything like that. But if you're able to, I think, just hear the situation, and if you're able to immediately start to work on the situation, I think you'll be happier sooner than later, right? Because if you sit there and if you mope about the situation or cry about the situation, you're still gonna have to fix it after you're done crying and moping, correct? You see what I mean? So like, if you spend half a day or 2 days crying and moping about the situation, after that half a day or 2 days, you still have to fix it. You see what I mean? So you've kind of wasted a half a day or 2 days. So if you're able to, once you hear it, almost immediately start to work on fixing it, then you save yourself a lot of time, because you're going to have to fix it anyway. Even if you spent 2 days crying about it, you're still going to have to fix it after you're finished crying. So if you can, maybe if you're crying, if you can start to fix it while you're crying, maybe you're killing two birds with one stone that way, right? So I don't know, but it is what it is. Steven says the joy inside, when it's not allowed to stay, joy inside when it's not allowed to stay, would feed yourself with what comes out, and it's not what's in a man that defines him, but what comes out. And yeah, definitely, Stephen, it's not what's inside, it's what comes out, and the joy you have inside, you allow it to come out, and you'll be a happier person, definitely. Chin says, actually, we can read people personalities from the writing or the way they talk. That's right. We can actually read people's personalities from the writing or the way that they talk. And actually, she says there are so many ways to read a people's personality, right? So I guess that's really, really true. That's a great point, Chin. Man, there's actually so many different ways that we can read a person's personality, right? We can look at a person and kind of read the way a person feels, their mode, if they're a positive person, if they're a negative person, from what they say and what they write. You're 100% correct. 100% correct, right? Stephen says, shout out for joy and exceedingly glad, right? So yes, everybody who's exceedingly glad and joyous, shout out to you guys. Hey, power to the people. Power to my people that are joyous. It's all good. Crying is good to cleanse out our soul. Definitely. The times I have cried, although very briefly in the past, afterwards you do feel like a new person, but man, after that, man, you got to get right to work, right? You got to start to work on the problem, so it just doesn't sit there and dog you. Because if you guys ever notice, man, if you don't start to work on your problems and fix them, man, they will dog you all day and night. You can't even get a good night's sleep because you're sitting there thinking about it. So man, get a good night's sleep, man. Stay up for a while. Work on that problem. So at least if you start to work on it, you might not be able to complete it completely, right? But you'll be able to. What's going on, Dragon Jones? I see you, my brother. It's all good, Jeremiah. You might not be able to complete that problem like 100%, but at least if you start to work on that problem, you'll start to feel better about it, and you'll be able to get a better night's sleep, right? You'll be able to sleep a lot better, and that will reduce your stress and reduce your anxiety. So Westside Cam number 3, I already know, dog. What's going on? It's all good. Erica, what's going on, Erica? I see you. Erica, Elena, it's all good. So you also have that to reduce your stress and anxiety, right? Spend time with your family and friends. We briefly went over that, you guys. Spend time with your family and friends if they do not stress you out. If your family and friends stress you out, do not go over there. If your family and friends are the problem of your stress, do not go over there. But if your family and friends are a crutch that you can lean on, if your family and friends are a shoulder that you can cry on, if your family and friends are people who are there for you, definitely go out and reach out to them. Tell them your problems. They may be able to talk you through it. It's probably not your whole family. It's probably not all of your friends. You probably have certain family members and certain friends that are the best when it comes to, telling your problems to and helping you out and getting through stress. What's up? What's going on, Galvin Young? How you doing, my brother? It's all good. And so that's definitely the way that goes, right? Because you have different friends that fulfill different roles, right? You have friends that are good to party with, friends that are good to have fun with, but they may be shallow when it comes to being serious about a serious situation. So just know your family members, know your friends, know who you can tell your business to and who you can't, right? Just as simple as that. Okay. Stephen Dink says, where she told you when she was leaving you, you should have shouted for joy and been exceedingly glad. Stephen, to tell you the truth, man, I pretty much was. I was just like, hey, I was kind of like sad, because I always wanted, I was like, I didn't do anything wrong, so what's the problem, right? But after I was like, hey, life goes on, right, Steven? It's like, hey, what am I gonna do, right? What can you do? Can't make somebody love you if they don't, right? It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is, right? So that's what happens. E Savage 10, I see you. What's going on? So family and friends, make sure you laugh. You guys went over that. Laughter. Steven and Chin, they got to it and 67 Superstar or 617. She got to it before I could even get to it. But laugh was my next thing. Make sure you're laughing, and it relieves your stress response, and it relaxes your muscles, as Stephen was talking about before, right? Your muscles, right? Your jaw muscles, and it stimulates your brain waves and your jaw muscles and stuff like that, right? But step out of your comfort zone is very healthy to start a new life. Definitely. Chin, I'm happier than I've ever been, Chin. I'm happier than I've ever been, and I've always been happy, right? Well, I shouldn't say I'm happier than I've ever been. I'm just as happy as I always was, actually. To tell you the truth, I'm not even going to exaggerate. I'm just as happy as I always was. I've always been like this. I've told you, I'm a nerd and a dork, right? I'm silly, so it is what it is, okay? You guys, and this is the one I'm going to leave off on. For today. Check this out. This is the last one. This will help relieve a lot of your stress. Learn to say no. Learn to say no, people. Learn to say no. I cannot stress that enough. I've had that problem in the past, up until recently. I've had that problem, you guys. Everybody that wants something from you, you say yes. People want money, yes. Everybody wants something. Richard, what's going on, my brother? How you doing? Yes, right? Everybody wants something from you. You have to learn. That will stress you out. Man, people that want money from you, people gonna always want money. I've been blessed enough in my life to where I've been, I've had money. Right, I've made money through all my businesses and things that I do, through my lecturing, my public speaking. I've made a lot of money. I've made a lot of money through my music. I've made tons of money through my music. I've been blessed. I've been lucky like that. And people always come to you for different things, and it will stress you out. Stephen Dink says, exactly. Have you ever watched Dallas with JR? I never really watched Dallas. I was never a huge Dallas. Now, it's not that I wasn't a Dallas fan. I always appreciated Dallas. But you know what it was, Steven? I always missed it. Like when it would come on TV, I always missed it. I know that they rebooted it, though, on Netflix, I believe. Isn't it Netflix? They rebooted Dallas on Netflix. And I see it there. And it's more diverse, because I saw the cover for it for Netflix, and it was like people of different complexions and different colors, and there was a lot of African Americans looked like they were in there, really involved. Because I remember the Dallas from the 80s, it seemed like that was a predominantly Caucasian cast, which was nothing wrong with that, but What happened was I would always miss it though. Like I would never be able to catch it. Like it'd be just going off. The credits would just be. So it was just one of those. You know, sometimes there's shows you just can never ever catch. You know what I mean? You just always miss them. And Dallas for me was one of those shows. But Steven says, have you ever watched Dallas with JR? When his wife told him she was leaving him, he asked her, do you need to borrow some money? Do you need the maids to help you pack? How fast are you leaving? So JR was like, hey, you're doing me a favor by leaving me. And let me tell you, Stephen Dink, she did me a favor in a way by leaving me. Now she's trying to take all my money and all my properties and stuff, but we have a lot of court with that. And she didn't deserve any of it because I made it without her. But you know, greed, man, and that's part of the reason why she's divorced me anyway. Greed, and she's trying to take all my property and take all my money and everything like that. And I've given her more than enough money, and it just is what it is. But greed is something, you guys, is a whole nother story. But learn to say no. When people ask you to do things that inside you, when people ask you things, you know in your heart, you know in your gut, if that's something that you're comfortable with doing. Okay? And if you're not comfortable in your heart, in your gut, in your stomach, if you don't feel comfortable with doing something that somebody asks you to do not do it, people, because that will dog you for days, weeks, months, years. That will follow you around because you knew inside you did something wrong. That will follow you around and will pop back up in your head at random moments. Years later, you'll be walking down the street and be like, man, I really shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? So learn to say no, people. Learn to say no. Look, let me tell you this. If you saying no, what's going on? How you doing? Who's that, Benna? What's going on? What's going on, Ben? That's Ben. What's going on, Ben? So if you learn to say no, you guys, trust me, it will relieve so much stress in your life. It will relieve it. Learn to say no. If those people get angry with you because you said no and you just couldn't do it, if they get angry with you, then first of all, they weren't your friend anyway to begin with. And secondly, they did you a favor because you saw their real side. If they got angry with you, that was inside of them, and they just showed you their real side. You didn't need them anyway. All right? You didn't need them anyway. Okay? I saw you, Stephen Dink. I didn't see your whole remark, but I saw you talking about how you should say no. Exactly, Stephen Dink. You're absolutely correct. Beautiful Jewel said thumbs up. Beautiful Jewel, thumbs up for real. Learn to say no. Stephen Dink says because of the attitude in her ways, no matter what she's gotten from you, it won't last and it won't prosper her. And spirituality and religion, God will not be marked, and whatever man sows he will also reap. I appreciate that, Stephen Dink, because I've sowed nothing but happiness and kindness. You already know it. And like I said, she was always a bitter person, so it is what it is. And I've given her up. Man, I've given her so much money, man. I almost said the upwards of the amount of money, but I'm gonna keep that, in full disclosure. So it is what it is. In full closure, so it is what it is. But Chinna says if I get married someday, then I will make sure I don't need my future husband monies or properties. It is what it is, Chin, man. People are different ways, you know what I mean? And Chin, I can see you're an independent, intelligent, beautiful woman. Young woman, and so Chin, you won't need anybody's anything. Chin, you're beautiful and you're wonderful and perfect just the way you are. You don't need to be married to anybody. A man better be happy and blessed if they ever get a chance to marry you, Chin. You're the one and only, girl. You already know that, right? My Chin. So definitely, you guys, I see you, dope chick 23. What's going on? Definitely, you guys, we're gonna close it up, but definitely learn to say no. Learn to say no when people ask you for things in life. Say no. Don't let them stress you. Don't let them stress you out, okay? Do not let them stress you out. If they get mad at you, if they get angry because you told them no, they're showing you their true personality, and they have just saved you years of being friends with a bad person. Right? You didn't know they were a bad person. You didn't know they had that bad side in them. You didn't know. Man, let me tell you something. A lot of times when you tell somebody no when they ask you for something, and you tell them no, and they get angry at you, they might start saying things to you that they have always thought about you and just never told you. When you tell them no, and they get angry with you, they'll start saying a lot of things about you that they've always thought about you in their mind while they were smiling in your face. They always thought those things, but they always were two-faced and kept it inside. But you telling them no and them getting angry at you, you'll see all the truthfulness of how ugly and nasty they really were inside, you guys. So if it doesn't feel right to you, tell the person no. I'm not saying that you have to say no. If you want to do something, go ahead and do it. If you want to help somebody out, go ahead and help them out. Don't let people take advantage of you, because that will stress you out and it will make you anxious. It will give you a lot of anxiety. Okay? So we're going to end this one with learn to say no. We have one more night of this, relieving stress and anxiety. I think it's like one more night. One more night, which is part 3. And that will be the last night, relieving stress and anxiety. Learn to say no, people. Learn to say no. Stephen Dink says family is the worst. I have one stood up in congregations. He had a family member who stood up in the congregation and told the people that he was cursed and he was no good. Man, and the same one did work for a whole, he worked for a whole week, and the same person never paid him, right? Never paid him to build a additional room, right? A room addition. So Stephen D, he built this room, this addition, a room for this person, and this person afterwards never paid him, but have the nerve to stand up, you guys, stand up in church in the congregation and talk about how Stephen Dink is a bad person and curse and stuff like that. But that's how family will do you guys. Family and friends, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful with them, okay? Got to be careful. Man, we're going to leave it there. There'll be one more night. I believe it's one more night. It may be 2, but I believe it's one more night. I have to look at my notes and see how I have it divided. One more night of how to relieve stress and anxiety, you guys. Okay, we're leaving off this one. Learn to say no. If you learn nothing else from tonight, Old Dog Anti-Imperial the Chill is telling you, say no. Learn to say no, okay, to relieve your stress and relieve your anxiety. You can always DM me. You can always DM me on Instagram, you guys. My Instagram handle is at anti_. There will be an underscore here, a little line here, _imperial, anti_imperial. Right, on YouTube, as you see, it's just Anti-Imperial with a space in between. On YouTube, there's a space. On Instagram, there's an underscore. On YouTube, there's a space. On Instagram, underscore. All right, so that's the difference. Instagram, there's an underscore. YouTube, there is a space. We do this every Wednesday, every Sunday at 9 o'clock p.m. United States Eastern Time Zone, okay? Wednesday, United States Eastern Time Zone, 9 o'clock p.m. Sunday, United States Eastern Time Zone at 9 o'clock p.m. And that's what we do it. We call it Diversity Outspoken, because we speak about a diverse range of topics, and we are outspoken or otherwise. We are straight to it, okay? We are straight to it, all right? What's going on? Who is that? Who is that? 69. I see you. We're almost done, but we're glad you can join us, all right? We're glad you can join us, okay? But you guys take care, man. My latest song is out, May I, Can I, okay? Go to my Instagram bio page, you guys. Go to my Instagram bio page, all right? And make sure you click that link so you can see my latest song, May I, Can I, okay? It's a romantic song. It's like I'm writing a letter to a girl. I'm asking her, may I do these things for you? Can I do these things for you? It's a real nice song, okay? You guys take care. Have a very, very good night. All right, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everything you guys do. I appreciate you guys being here. All right, as always, I love all of you, and I appreciate you guys are always respectful of one another. If you disagree, I appreciate the way that you guys are always respectful. Just respect each other, and everything will work out fine. Take care, everybody. All right, have a great night, okay? I'm grateful to have you guys on here. I love each and every one of you. Chin, take care. Stephen Dink, Warrior, I see all of you guys, okay? Everybody, 23, man, take care, my brother. Have a good day in school, man. I love all of you guys. Take care. Have a wonderful night, Warrior. I appreciate it. Love you. Take care, sister. Everybody, okay? Superstar 617, all of you guys. Peace. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.